Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Fatrobzpizza.
Hi YouTube, it's been a while. I started making my son a server for his Minecraft games with his friends, and I just figured might as well record it, make a video out of it. Anyway, we're starting off with this Alamanda case. I got it off a Newegg, and it's a micro ATX. Anyway, that's what it looked like. But since we're going with the Minecraft theme, I figured I'd make it green. So here it is. This is the top, back. Already got the IO shield in. Here's the inside. I painted the whole inside and outside with Rust-Oleum green, and then I covered it with a clear also. It's got legs on the bottom, vents on the top, back, and sides. That looks a little weird. But anyway, it has USB 3, USB-C, and that's the power button. Anyway, this is not going to be like for gaming like I normally would build. So mainly it just needs to come on and have good storage. We are using a 512 nvme M.2 SSD, and I've already installed that in the board. Let's see. For a graphics card, because we have to have something in there since the motherboard does not have the built-in graphics. This is a, what is that thing? So I built a lot of computers. There it is, Minecraft server. It is, the GPU is the AMD Radeon R5 340X. It's got 2 gigabytes of DDR3 graphics memory. So it's not a speed demon, but let's see, but it'll put some display out where if we have to get in there and do some maintenance on the server, we can see what we're doing. Instead of Windows, we're going to put Linux or Ubuntu on this. Along with that 512, I have an 8 terabyte here, an HGST 8 terabyte regular hard drive, nice and slow, but it is SATA instead of the old port, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. I do have a couple of heat sinks for it, just to keep it from getting hot. It's got the thermal pads on the bottom. Okay, so that's hard drive and graphics. Let's see, just to make it look cool, I did get some green sleeve cables for our 24 pin in our motherboard 8 pin, so that'll look nice. I'll show you how to put the combs on. I got most of them put on, but they're not hard. Put that away. Now, for ventilation, this didn't come with any fans, so I bought a pack of fans that are green and they light up green. So it's pretty much going to be a green Minecraft case. Yeah, okay. I did paint this was all black, so now this is green. This is the dust filter. Now, I don't have a green power supply, but I do have a power supply. It is non-modular. It is the Apevia Spirit power series. It is 600 watts. 600 watts. So it's not going to take a lot of power. We're not powering a graphics card that takes a lot of power or anything. So there that is. Had good reviews, so hopefully this is a good one. There's the Apevia, and it is the 600 watt total power. Okay. Now the way this looks like it's going to have to mount. I'm not sure yet. This looks like it might just be too big for this adapter plate. Let's see. That's going to go in like that. So, oh, maybe it will. The holes match up. It's not going to be. Let's see here. It is going to go in like that. And the holes do match up. It'll just take up the entire width of this and go down pretty far. Cable management might be a little bit of a chore since it's such a small case. I should have probably got a smaller power supply, but I didn't, so we're going to make it work. Now, as far as the motherboard and stuff, like I said, I started to build this when I decided to make a video. This is the Qiyida X99 motherboard. It does have the 2680 version 4. It's a Xeon server CPU, and that's already mounted in there. It came with two 16 gigabyte sticks of memory, and I did add two more 32 gigabytes, so it's 64 altogether, because it's going to be several people accessing this for the Minecraft server, so figured, what the heck. Okay, now that's already mounted. I have to put in the battery. I did already install that nvme SSD too. That's 512, and that went in this slot. Remember, it goes in an angle, goes push down, put the screw in there, not real tight, just a little bit better than finger tight. It does have the PS2 ports on the top, several USB, two USB 3.0. See, it's got a network port and then the built-in sound. Okay, it does have his 24 pin and the 8 pin for the power for the board and the CPU, and then we are going to use one of these SATA ports to power that, or for data for this big hard drive. And then we'll also need the SATA power from the power supply. We're not going to use all the cables, but we'll need a couple of them. Okay, now we need a battery. And what else do I need? Battery and, oh, I guess a CPU cooler. The battery's around here somewhere. Okay, there's the battery. We're just using a CR2032. Get them anywhere. I buy them by the card online. They're only like maybe $1 or less a piece when you buy it that way. I think you can get one at Walmart for $2 or $3. Anyway, that's that. Now for a CPU cooler, we're going to use an air cooler. Okay, I think this is the one we're going to use. This is a Owangu CPU fan tower cooler. It has a 90 millimeter CPU fan. I don't think this is going to be big enough. I think I've got the 120s. That looks small, but as small as this case is, I may have to use that anyway and just not have the green on the CPU cooler. Yeah, I think I'll go with that and then just put the green lights in there with the LEDs or those other fans. That should light up the case pretty good if I put one in the top, one in the bottom. Maybe. Kind of want to put one in the back, because this is gonna be, that'll be exhaust at the top of there. No, it's where it breathes in. It's gonna blow out that way, so we're going to go out here and out to the back and the top. All right, I think that's the way we're gonna go. Now this has 4 heat pipes and 1 fan. I guess you should look at what I'm looking at. This is going to blow through here. So the power supply is going to be blowing hot air this way. This will help blow it out here and out the back of the case. And I'll have, I guess I could put a 90 millimeter fan in the back of the side here to help blow out this way, and then one of the green fans up top blowing out, and then maybe one on the bottom blowing up as well. Because as small as this case is, I'm gonna have to mount this hard drive to the bottom. I guess I could put the fan on this side, put the hard drive here, because it's gonna have to be wired there, and it looks like it's not gonna be much room up here at this end. I know that we don't have enough room to mount it sideways because, well, the case is as big as the hard drive itself, never mind the wiring. Okay, I think that's gonna be the plan. Mount the hard drive here, so have air intake coming up here to go with the power supply, air to go through here for this tower cooler, and then go out, and I'll have a fan, small fan here, and then a larger one up at the top, so all the air will be going out. I think that'll work without letting it get hot. It does have a tempered glass side here, so all that green will glow out. Should be a nice looking build when I'm done. I mean, it's a server. It's just going to go up on a shelf and sit there forever. But might as well make it look pretty nice if I'm going to build it, right? Sure. Okay, so this power for this is up top there. Like it'll be fine. What's it? 4 heat pipes. Here's the bottom of it. It's got those plastic. We'll peel that off when we're ready to put it on there. Put the thermal paste down here. That'll squash it. Okay. So this here, the battery. This is the bracket for this, and it just goes right over there and uses these screws here to hold it down. You just want to get them snug. It does come with a little pack of the thermal paste for that CPU. That's nice, what we made. This is the fun part. Any questions while we're doing this? No? Okay, that's nice and solid. We're going to go ahead and put that battery in because this is like the 3rd time that I forgot about it. Anyway, to install a CMOS battery, it goes in here with this flat side up. You just put it in there at an angle, press down, and it clicks, and that's it. It's there forever. All right. Battery, we got NVMe, got the mounting plate for the CPU cooler, 64 gigabytes of RAM. When this goes on here, is that going to be where I want it? Yeah, that's going to mount like that, and then this will go there to be plugged in this corner. All right, I'm ready for the. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this plastic off because we'd hate for that to forget that. It would let you know though once you get it turned on and it heats up real fast. Then you know for sure, but we don't want that to happen. And then we're going to go ahead and put this thermal paste, kind of like a diagonal, and then like a dot there and a dot there. That should be enough. Okay. Now, the way this works, this one side doesn't have a thumb push thing where this does. You might see that. So we're going to put this at the bottom because it's going to be hard to see up here. So we're just going to get this one hooked at the top on that middle. You see it okay? Okay. Hook that one. Then we're going to press it down, and it does take a little bit of force. There. Hear that click? Now, that moves a little bit, which is supposed to. This is not trapped under it, so that's good. We are going to just plug that in, just like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and chuck this wire out of the way for cable management, make it look nice. Okay, now the VRAM in here has some pins on it to help cool it, which that's very nice. Okay, so that's ready to go. This is pretty much ready to mount in there and get everything else ready to go too. So let's move this out of the way. Okay, I'll get that case, put it down flat. Don't really need this stuff in the way. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one doesn't have the extra place to put that extra standoff. So I'm just going to put that screw in that one. So it's going to just kind of be showing, and we're going to use the 5 that we can see. Okay, and when we do this, we want to line up all the ports with that. Let's see. You can see this okay from that side camera. Okay, you're going to line up all these ports. See this network one, USB, PS2, and it should also line up with these holes inside, and they do. Excellent. Now, to mount the motherboard, we want motherboard screws. Let's see. It's a fine thread screw, Phillips top, and it looks like it has like a built-in washer. Can you see that? Anyway, looks like a built-in washer on it. So we're gonna, I guess I'm gonna start with that top one. We're not gonna get them tight. I just want to get them in there and started where this thing doesn't move around. There we go. Snug. Ports are showing. Okay. Now, for this is that little graphics card. It's just a single slot, and it's gonna, oh, that's a low profile. Okay, so I couldn't find, I thought I had another one of these graphics cards, but I don't. So what I did, I just bent this here, and we're gonna just like zip tie it in. It's not gonna really move or go anywhere, so it's not a big deal. So anyway, it's gonna go in this top slot. And these are the breakaway type. You gotta just push it in, and then wiggle it, and then it pops out. That's trash. Okay, so then this graphics card goes in that PCI slot. And just make sure that everything lines up. There it goes. Everything lines up. That snaps up there. Keep that from wiggling. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to zip tie it. All right, so now we got graphics card. We can see what we're doing. We've got the CPU mounted, got RAM installed. Let's see. I think might as well go ahead and get some of this stuff mounted. This is the USB 3.0, and that goes here in this slot dedicated for that. There's only one way to go in. It's got a notch at the top. Yeah, and you just push it until it clicks. Now this is the front panel. It only has the one for the power switch, and that goes in the top. Not the first two, but the second two. Yeah, and that's for the power. All right, so I think these fans. So we're gonna have one blowing out up top. We're gonna have one blowing. We decided we're gonna do it on this side. Okay, there's a fan header down there. So I can go ahead and use that in there. Okay, that might be a good idea. Put this one down here. Not that I'm seeing. Maybe I should have run that wire under the motherboard. Under the motherboard. You might still be able to. This is the hard drive. That's going to mount on the bottom like that. So that'll be up higher. Yeah. We'll mount this up closer to the front so it'll have a little bit of room behind it for those wires to put in. Not to look at them. Now that top fan, so we've got fans. Let's see that all right. We got hard drive. We have fan, 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 and then the power supply is going to have some fan here. See how that works. So, power supply screws. Cute. All right. Right. Okay, so this okay, that makes more sense. There we are. All right. So we're going to have to, we'll have to tighten up this fan up here, fan down here, somehow cable manage where this will stay out of the fan and out of the way of the fan, all the fans, and hook my power up to the hard drive, which is a SATA. So what we're going to need is our 24-pin power, our 8-pin power. That's Molex. That's for okay. Okay, that's for if we had a graphics card that required power. So what we do is zip tie those together, because we're not going to need any of those. That's gonna to plug in this power supply. Need just this one SATA power connector. It's going to have to put into this. Okay. Yeah, it's going to plug in there. And that can get snipped and tuck under the fan, like so. Excellent. Okay, that's out of the way. That's mostly out of the way. Now, this is going to plug into the CPU power. This big cable is 24-pin power. It is plugged in. Yes. Bottom. Tighten up these fans. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let's use my sleeves. How much difference would it make? Anyway, for the sleeves, like I said, I got the combs on most of it. What you do is you just get the pairs and put them in the next available slot, like that. And you make it kind of even. This is what's going to plug in the board, and it would bend down like that, and then plug in there. Do I want to do that? That's the question. Same with this one. The next two go down there. Next two, bottom to top, go in the second to last, and then this one goes in the last one. Click them down in there. Anyway, it just makes it, just holds them. It's where it looks a little better. But do I want to? Do I want to use them? Would it look more clean? Kinda. Two. Bottom. Last two. Okay. So once that to go underneath, where you just see the green if possible. Series of 3, great. So that'll be. I guess it's worth it. The green does look a lot better. Make that a big loop. Okay, so I got all of this routed. Got the cable managed down the bottom where it's not completely ugly. Got plenty of room for airflow. Got the power hooked up to the back. Right. As far as the heat sinks, they're just gonna thermal pad paste right there, just to help keep that hard drive cool. May not even need it really. That's one. If I need two, do I even need two? Guess better safe than sorry, since I have it. Okay, heat sinks are on the hard drive. Everything's plugged in. Now, But will it work? That's the question. Let's see. Going to hook up power. So our that's a display port. You know, I've got an adapter. We've got green. You've got display out.